Do 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 do. Putting down some tokens cause I wasn't ready. Do do.
Oh, is my rat still fine? It stayed outside, right? It did not join the fight, right?
No, there was a bunch of snakes in there.
Okay, good.
Your rat followed you around the corner. Let me roll. I'll do a D2, so it'll be a coin. If it lands on a 1, it ran away. But if it, let me make it public because it involves your stuff. It is behind Onuris, cowering, and kind of sniffing the air, kind of waiting.
Cool.
As soon as it saw snakes, it was like, "No, I'm gonna hang over here and smell this lady."
Yeah, that's real smart.
Can I check for like any type of magic or anything? Like roll an Arcana check or anything?
There wouldn't be anything in this. Everything's been screwed here.
Yeah, you can roll Arcana, but yeah, I'm gonna say he's right that there's not much in this room just because it was a pretty basic storage room to be gained from here.
I would
and
like
the
to grab one of the lids and repurpose it for shield.
A shield? Ooh, let me see if there is.
Or to make shield. My intent is to make it tan my snake skins. I assume that's what you do with snake skins. And then overlay that lid to enforce it a little more, just so it can look cooler.
Makes it a hide shield.
Ooh.
I can craft that for you.
I give it to the bony man.
As you say you can craft that for you, Onuris claps and say, "Oh, I bet you got that from your mother."
Oh.
And he'll kind of like tip his hat to her like, damn straight. And
she covers her face and kind of giggles, and she's like, "Ha ha ha, I'm so happy about my babies. They're learning. They grow so fast."
What do I roll for a crafting check?
Crafting. Under... beautiful.
I mean, do you have to roll when you just have a stapler and you're just putting snakeskin on a...
You honestly really don't. The only thing with those types of... you can roll if you want to do it in a pinch, but because you have 7 in crafting, we can just kind of timetable your character for a little bit and say that you take the next, 10, 20, 30 minutes or so, whatever, to craft this item. So I'll start like a little timer, and you can keep role-playing, keep rolling and looking at stuff, but your hands will be full as you're just kind of crafting this as you go.
Yeah, I think Clatter just kind of like carries the snake skins really like daintily. Like, ew, these are gross. And the lid, and walks over to Onuris and sits down at her feet and is like diligently like making this into a shield, but adding his own little like flair to it.
Okay. She instead of you sitting on the floor, she scoops you up and puts you in like her toy cart. So you have like a small like base to work on and stuff, yeah. And then if they decide to move, she'll just push the cart and take you with.
And he just very diligently like makes this very properly done way. And then he's gonna look at a nurse and go, "Do you have paint?"
Of course I do. And she pulls out a cutie little paint kit.
And he will like
put you there.
look at Gil, look at the shield, kind of see what Gil's wearing and be like, and he'll like paint a symbol on the shield that like represents Gil.
Okay. You can at your leisure add one paintbrush to your inventory as Onuris sees you want to paint. She takes, like, you know how you have like more than one paintbrush of like a certain cut. She'll take one that she has a duplicate of and kind of snaps some of the handle off so that it's not as long and it's a little easier for you to work with. And like she pulls out like a little drawer that has like long thin bones and other like sticks and things like that, and puts the rest of that handle in there in that drawer and closes it back up.
Nice.
She'll use it later.
You purpose all.
Indeed. I wouldn't say that, you know, some people might be discriminatory against your kind and call you some sort of zombie or robot, and I don't like those words. I like to think of myself as repurposed life.
Reanimated.
Indeed.
Would that go underneath like consumables?
The paintbrush?
Yeah.
No, because you're not going to consume it. That's more for
say, only if you eat it.
That's for more like potions and stuff like that. You can put it under treasure or equipment, and it might be. I'll put it under equipment because I think it's going to be a homebrew item. You know,
set in equipment.
You always have
he's
the
not
choice
getting.
to consume
He's only
it,
getting
though.
the stick.
Just by the way, feel free to use
Oh,
your paint.
well, not stick.
Children do.
Paintbrush. He's getting a single brush. Paintbrush, I should say.
Alright.
And
Morris,
he
did you
will-
need something from this room?
Morris, did you need something from this room?
No, I'm okay.
Alright, I make sure to grab the fangs though.
All right. The fangs can go. I mean, unless you find them under equipment, like just snake fangs or fangs, you can add them as a like a homebrew item.
Yeah.
You just kind of type it in.
It's in my notes. For that, but how many was it of the fangs?
Give me another stealth roll to see how many you can like pry without like breaking them.
You want me to do it? It was Clatter that did it, but
It
I'll
was
just do
for
it.
Clatter.
I'll just roll it
Oh,
so we
oh,
can figure it out.
Clatter didn't want to keep his hands in the nasty mouth.
That's right.
Here,
Oh
I just
shit!
rolled a
So
20. How about that?
yeah, you all of them, and you know what? I will give you because you rolled a nat 20. You can have a vial of that snake poison as well.
Nice. I don't have the vial in
Yeah.
my inventory, so now there are 2 vials in our persons.
Who has the
Clatter has
Clatter has a vial and you have a vial. So let me see.
Then,
Poisons.
all the snake fangs. That is.
And Clatter will kind of ask
fangs
Guilt
minus
for one of
'cause
those.
One broke.
No, you have all 8 fangs.
Well, no, they didn't. Oh, he poked himself with one. My bad.
He poked
Yeah,
himself
poked
with
myself.
one. Yeah.
Great.
And I'm gonna put.
And Clatter will ask Gil, "Can I have one of them, please?"
I'm holding them for you. They're for you.
Oh,
You told me to hold them.
Then he's
That's
gonna-
why I have them.
He's gonna kind
I
of
don't
take
want
them and look at it and go, "Thank you,"
Yeah.
and stuff them in his inventory, and then
Oh, you're
he will
grabbing them
take
right now?
one.
No, oh yeah, you do have a backpack now. How many do you want?
Oh, he's gonna take all of them.
You're gonna take all of them? I give you 4. You don't know about the
Clatter's
other
gonna
4.
I know how many fangs are in a snake.
Alright, hold on. Let me roll a stealth check.
Give him.
Hiya! You know exactly how many I have.
Yeah, pretty much. It would be against his perception.
Okay, here, let me
Your
roll my
passive is
perception.
enough. Your passive is enough. Don't worry.
Probably.
I mean, my passive is pretty fucking high.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, you know what? You know I have 4 and you have 4 as well. We evened it out. I go to Morris. Hey Morris, you want some of these? No one knows about them.
And Clatter will go, give him.
What are you talking about? I hide him immediately.
And he'll kind of take the snake fangs and like use them to decorate the shield a little bit.
Oh, if you're doing that, I'm gonna give you all of them. That looks cool. Here you go, sir.
That looks cool. Here you go.
You have all 8
yeah,
fangs.
he's gonna like use them to decorate the shield with them.
That is crazy.
And when he finally finishes, he'll kind of like hold it and look at it and go, I think this is okay. And then he'll hold it up and go, what do you think, Mom?
I think you did great. It's lovely.
Cool. And then he'll top it
I've
again.
ever seen.
For me,
Um,
whoa. I tested out like nice.
Have yourself a hide shield,
Right.
and
What does a high shield do?
I don't have to put fangs on anybody's inventory.
No, you
I did
don't.
add the poisons. I did add the poison setum to your guys' consumables. So you can, if you need to look at the stats or whenever you need it, it's there. But the hide shields come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Let's equip it held one-handed. It ups your AC and gives you shield HP.
Shield HP.
It gives you a +2 to your AC bonus,
Oh, AC.
and due to the immaculate work done by Mr. DuPont, should you decide to sell it, it would be worth 2 gold pieces.
It looks like a Warhammer figure shield, proper, just badass.
Yeah, I'm letting you decide what the symbol is, but he kind of painted to where it looked something that you would like.
Probably
Okay.
fangs.
Probably fangs.
It has like 2
Cool,
fangs
so
on there,
it's-
like the snake, and then the fangs surrounding it. I think. Yeah.
Everybody got like a little something. Abraxis went as far as to go into the items that he has and change the description a little bit. So if you guys wanted to do the same, you can, but it's not necessary. He changed the description of his items to be tiny. Let's see here. So like he added a bucket hat for a tiny. The longbow is he just changed it to say it's a 1 foot tall bow, usually made of a single from a Onuris herself. It is a powerful draw, but he just for flavor.
Wait till we find a paperclip from the Grimlock's Part 2. That one's like a +4, so.
But everybody took some time, took a little bit of stuff. Everybody's got like a little some little weapon. Everybody's got a backpack. Onuris still has Clatter, DuPont, his bird, on top of her cart, and
he is back there.
gearing up, ready to go after Morris. After Morris and Gil come out of that room, a nurse is going to look at you guys and say, "Are you two ready to go?"
Yep.
Wonderful. And she'll start pushing her cart. Do you guys all kind of stay grouped together? I take it the two stay on the cart, but how do the other travel?
Gil
I'm gonna keep walking.
jumps forward. How do I change my name again on the top of the thing?
Oh shit! I accidentally threw you in
Ah.
here. Sorry, I didn't realize I had them all highlighted.
Yeah, I don't know. Now that I have a weapon, I think I can defend Tammy, so I'm gonna keep walking on the ground.
Nope. Clatter is keeping his happy ass in the cart. And as they walk, he's kind of like the drawers and stuff that she opens for him to like get the paintbrush and stuff. He's kind of going through those and seeing what's in there. And when he comes across one that's like dirty or nasty, he's like, "Yeah, no, prestidigitation. That's nasty, mom. Clean that."
As you do that, she realizes she has more than one paint set. And after you clean one of them, she's like, "You hang on to that one. And I've already put a paint set in your inventory to use."
Oh, sweet. And we're like, "Oh, thank you." And then he's going to keep going about his business of making sure that all of her shit is tidy and
As I previously stated, you notice that she has a lot of bones. Like, she wasn't lying when she was like, "I just collect bodies and, take little parts." And it's a lot of bones. There are some like porcelain bits, but yep, she is a doll maker. You do find that necromantic book, and every spell that you didn't use that is in the necromancy school, we can say that her book is where you learned it. I'll get Tammy. Oh, you're dragging her. Adorable.
you're a pig.
As you guys leave, let me set up this second map. I wasn't sure how long you guys would be hanging out, so putting down some tokens because I wasn't ready.
Also, I took 10 points of damage, right?
You took 10 points of damage from what?
I'm asking, did the bite hurt me? And was that a 10 that it hit me for? I don't remember.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Let me scroll back up.
I was trying to figure out. Because I didn't put it down on the sheet for some reason. And I do have a 10, but I don't know what it said.
Oh, I don't think I rolled the damage. I was just like, oh, the bite landed, so that means that they can try to poison them. But I don't think I rolled
there's
damage.
Still additional damage that I take up front.
For that.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it. I think it's just like a D4 plus 1 or something small like that.
D6. But I don't know what else.
Alright, let's just roll that.
All
you
right.
have 3 damage.
Great. I'm still fine.
Well, as you walk out of the dungeon, you don't feel quite the same as a human being would. When you go from one temperature to another, a human would feel it in their extremities and get a chill and goosebumps. You know what I mean? Like, there's a physical reaction that humans get to extreme temperature shifts. The same thing goes for Poppets. Those of you that are made of porcelain or a hard material like wood, you kind of like you this is how you experience that temperature shift, I guess I should say. You kind of feel the humidity immediately kind of shift from being inside the cave to outside in the freezing cold. When things get cold, they tend to tighten up. Metal gets ever so slightly smaller, you know what I mean? So with that in mind, however your character would react to such things, feel free to roleplay with. As you walk out, also keep in mind that there is about, depending on where you step, 2 to 3 inches of snowfall. So if you're walking on the ground, that could be almost like waist to chest height for some of you.
Well, we don't have weight that much, at least.
That is true. That is true. However,
I do have
do
weapons,
find
so I do
you
sink
do
in a little
have
bit.
weapons, and there might be some parts of the snow that are almost like quicksand and a little more powdery than others. You know what I mean? You could step on it just right, and then you find yourself whoop, and
right in.
now your pants are wet.
And
but
Clatter is staying in the car. He saw the snow and said, "Mm-mm."
Onuris
Not today.
would stop the cart upon leaving the cave and kind of stop and look at you guys and say, well, you're not suited for this weather at all, are you? And immediately start pulling out things. And this is going to take her some time. She will explain to you she used all of her spell slots, so she will need to rest to regain those. But she can make things by hand, and she will be making you guys some clothing that will help you endure the elements. However, she does say to make some for all of you, it is going to take about 10 minutes per. So that's 30 minutes total for her to make everybody a coat. The weather is not inclement enough, like it's not cold enough to where you're going to take cold damage after a half an hour. But you can tell by your movement that it's a good thing she is making you something to wear, because it is quite chilly. She seems to be just fine, and that's because she's built different.
I'm
But
getting like
you
soggy, and it's making me heavier.
Can I do a survival roll to use this rib cage here to make a makeshift shelter for us and build a fire in it?
I want you putting down some tokens, cause I wasn't ready.